They say death is the end, until you meet the god who refused to stay dead. Picture ancient Egypt at dusk, the Nile breathing slow and dark, incense curling from temple doors, and a king god named Osiris walking among his people like the land itself had learned to smile. He taught them how to plant, how to measure time by stars, how to live in balance. Ma'at, the sacred order. And for a while, the world made sense. But order has an enemy. His brother Set watched from the shadows, jaw tight with envy. Not because Osiris ruled, but because he was loved. And Set learned a dangerous truth. You don't have to defeat someone in daylight. You only have to lure them into a room where trust becomes a weapon. So Set threw a feast. Music, laughter, wine like liquid garnet. And in the center of the hall, a gleaming chest. Cedar wood, gold inlay, carved with prayers and protective spells. Set announced a game. Whoever fits perfectly inside this chest may keep it. One by one, guests tried. Too short, too tall, too wide. Then Osiris, amused, stepped forward. He lay down. Perfect fit. The room went silent, and the trap snapped shut. Lid slammed. Spikes drove in. Set's allies sealed it with molten lead. In a heartbeat, joy became horror. They dragged the chest to the Nile and shoved it into the current, watching it vanish like a swallowed prayer. But this story isn't only about murder. It's about Isis, Osiris's wife, magician, queen, relentless heart, followed the river's whisper across deserts and foreign shores. She found the chest lodged in a tree, the wood grown around it like the world itself was trying to protect what was stolen. She brought Osiris home, trembling with hope, and Set found him again. In blind fury, Set tore the body apart and scattered the pieces across the land, as if he could erase the very idea of return. Isis did not scream. She searched. Night after night, she gathered each piece, marsh to marsh, shrine to shrine, guided by grief and love sharper than any blade. With her sister Nephthys, with jackal-headed Anubis, she wrapped Osiris in linen, spoke the oldest words, and breathed life into stillness. Osiris rose, not to walk the earth again, but to rule where every soul must someday go. And that's the twist. His resurrection didn't end death. It gave death a courtroom. From then on, the dead would stand before Osiris. A heart weighed against a feather, truth against burden, not to be punished by fear, but measured by what you carried inside. Because Osiris returned with a message carved into eternity. If you live in balance, you don't vanish, you continue. If this myth moved you, hit like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, would your heart feel light or heavy?